Alright, picking up from where we left off. Last time, we went into the sewers. We were able to get into the hospital morgue. We also were able to open that box in the tree stump by the river. It turns out that Father Matthew was in love with Sophia as well. This seems to be a pretty common recycled plot point here. So many people are, oh, I'm in love with you. There's a lot of that going around. I've been trying to make a list of things we haven't opened yet, and there's a few things here and there I'm still not sure of. There's a few things like here at the mansion that haven't been opened. What keys have we got? We've got found next to Dorothy's diary in the hospital. So this goes to the hotel. The little mailbox slot, maybe? It wouldn't be a hospital key, would it? Because room 203. Room 203 was Trisha's room in the hospital. Why would I still have the key that opens that room? Keys always disappear when you're done with them. I can't remember shit. A briefcase key, that's right. I still don't remember where we might have found a briefcase before. Don't remember if we have seen one before. This one has numbers on the back. Haven't found a place to put them. I know where to take the hammer. I know where to go with the hammer. There's another thing we could use the hammer for. So let's hit up the hotel and let's hit up Bernard's house, I think. Yeah, I think it's Bernard's house has like a board with some nails holding it down. So if we take our hammer, we can pull the nails up. That was in Bernard's house, right? I think that was in the dartboard room. I have also finally noticed that there are grates in the road. And if we get like a screwdriver or something, we can pull those bolts out. Or, okay. I was thinking maybe they were screws we can unscrew. No, we need like a wrench thingy that can pull bolts. Because we could get into the rooms here. We don't need to get into any of the rooms. Okay, so this is the hospital key. Why do I still have it? Was there like a bathroom or something that needed to be unlocked too? Bathroom opened, everything's, yeah, it's whatever. Okay, so that key is for the hospital. I'm not sure why I still have it. I gotta hit the hospital. I gotta hit the hospital up again then and just like see if there's something I missed. I was also thinking, you know, maybe Bernard's the one that killed Scott, because he thought that Scott killed Vivian. I mean, Bernard definitely seems a little like he might have been coming unhinged there. Where was that? Gross. I was about to say, but Scott was stabbed. They made such a big deal of an axe being missing from the cabinet downstairs. So that makes it sound like that would be Bernard's murder weapon of choice, but here's a knife with bloodstains on it. In fact, I can't keep it. I can only look at it. So I think maybe Bernard killed Scott. I still don't know how Trisha died or when exactly. I don't think there were dates. I was thinking maybe Trisha killed Scott. Maybe she went. Maybe she snapped, and because that sounds, you know, like a crime of passion. He was stabbed in the heart a bunch of times. I think maybe Bernard killed Scott. I mean, it's also possible that Bernard killed Vivian just because he truly did snap. And it had nothing to do with all that other business of, you know, secret children and affairs and all that. It was just a jealous guy. Okay, well that's definitely... Am I supposed to photograph, like, what I think the murder weapons are and stuff? Let me do that. I have no idea, but... Let's get back to the hospital. So here's room 203. The bathroom is locked, but I can't unlock it. Am I just gonna need this key again later? Will this room become locked? Again? I don't like that thought. I don't know. That briefcase key, I mean, that could belong to anyone, the briefcase. The fact that Steven had it doesn't necessarily mean anything. He's investigating this. He could be picking up stuff that belongs to other people. Looks like a room key. It's the key to Trisha's hospital room. Frick. This is gonna be one of those things, isn't it? Where it's like, oh, that's the thing I'm supposed to use it on. We also got into Dr. Johnson's office. What was in there? I don't remember. I don't think it was no, it must have been important. Just more information about how he's like embezzling funds. He wouldn't reply to Vivian. Oh, and the wait. So Dorothy sent one of these to Steven because this was sent to Vivian. So somebody sent Vivian and Dr. Johnson, and I'm guessing Andrew Reed, this note because they were all there the night Sophia died. And this came from Scott, most likely, because it's written on a typewriter. So Scott really wanted all of them to come out so that he could what? So that he could give them a stern talking to. They all died one by one, though. And it just didn't seem like Scott actually had a hand in their deaths. Yeah, this does not give me as much information as I wanted. I literally don't know what to do. Oh dear. I found that key in room 203. Wasn't a key for room 203. Oh, here we go. Daughter of ex-mayor found dead at Painscreek Community Hospital. She was the one who fell or jumped off the roof. Yesterday morning. December 27th. Yesterday morning, the body of Trisha Roberts was found on the grounds of Painscreek Community Hospital. According to Miss Thompson... Who the fuck is Miss Thompson? She was starting her morning shift when she heard some sound near the reception area. She went out to find Trisha lying motionless. She called for Dr. Bennett, the attending physician. Shows that Trisha was walking around the hospital at 6:30 a.m. She headed to the roof at 6:54 a.m. So what was with that one photo in Steven's room? That wasn't that date. Scott was released from prison this morning. Matthew went to pick him up. There's a lot of tension here in Painscreek. Yeah, no shit. Most people think of Scott as a murderer. Charles tried to stop Trisha from seeing Scott, but it's no use. She was already waiting for him at the cabin. Charles is drinking again. He couldn't stop Trisha from trying to see Scott, yet Scott seems to be avoiding her. Yep. Trisha should not have been discharged from the hospital. Derek and Scott fought at the market today. Ooh. Scott just walked away. They used to be such... Oh my god, Scott was killed. Trisha's been going crazy ever since Scott died. She sometimes screams in the middle of the night. Oh jeez, yeah, she was losing it. She had another mental breakdown. 20 days later. That's it for Dorothy's story. Okay, Dorothy, where the hell is the key to that one guy's house? Oh, this is 96. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for all you've done for me. You've taken care of my store. On many occasions, you've helped maintain its bright spirit. I would be lying if I said that I'm not saddened by your departure. I will greatly miss you. I wish you all the best in your new place. Do invite me there once you've settled in. There we go. So she would just like stop by every other week and clean out the place. Dear Sophia, how have you been? I hope everyone is treating you well at the mansion. It's been 6 months since my missionary work started here in Indonesia. Life is hard but meaningful. I thought my life at the orphanage was miserable, but after coming here I realized I am more blessed than I could ever imagine. I'm supposed to be back in 1 week's time. I'll extend my stay. Remember the time when we were at the orphanage? You said that you don't want to be poor anymore. I think God heard your call and brought you to Painscreek. You got the job on your own merit. I did not know whether or not to tell them we are not actually cousins. Okay, I was just wondering, like, were they both orphans together? Is that why he, like, kind of felt for Scott not really having parents or whatever? No. Scott was Sophia's kid. So they were at the orphanage together as orphans. I feel bad for lying to them. I guess I'll have to tell them the truth someday. No, you don't. Who cares? Having said that, I'm glad you're in Painscreek. We can talk and meet anytime, just like the good old days at the orphanage. I hope you could wait for me. I prepared a special present for your birthday. Ugh. I know some people don't like me. Wanda always picks on me, and Bernard ignores me most of the time. Andrew, well, he's okay as long as I'm not in his garden. Dorothy cares a lot for me, though. I like her. Tom, our security guard, treats me with respect even though I'm just a housemaid. Vivian and Charles are kind to me. Oh, and Matthew, too. I almost forgot about him. He's been taking care of me forever, certainly as long as I can remember. I almost forgot about him. Matthew talks to me whenever he has time. Sometimes I feel like he's trying to escape his chores at the church. We'll talk about everything under the sun. This is the best thing that ever could have happened to me. However, I never imagined I would be having an affair with a married man. Now I'm carrying his... I love these diaries. Like, by the way, diary, I'm now having an affair with my employer who's married and carrying his child. So she was pregnant with Scott. That's right. Okay. All I need to do is find the clues. He's waiting for my telegram after I've solved the puzzle. I've solved it already, but I don't know what to say to him. What should I do? My baby was born today at 8:20 a.m. and it's a boy. Charles visits me all the time, asking if we need anything else. I told him he didn't have to come so often and instead to focus on work. As mayor, he must have a lot on his mind. Charles told me today that his mother, Magdalene, will be arriving in 2 weeks. She knows about our relationship. I feel nervous because she's a strict woman. At the same time, I'm happy because she told Charles to take responsibility for me and my son. Soon I won't have to be a maid anymore. Charles has decided to name our child Vincent Roberts. And that's it for Sophia. Sophia Miller, apparently. Oh my god, let's go to Oliver's. I've been wanting to go there. The lights are so loud. Maybe I can grab the bolts with those. Yes. All tools found. We're approaching the end, I think. Oh no. We just attended Trisha's funeral this morning. Charles tried to be strong, but by the end of the ceremony, his face was wet. Dorothy cried her heart out. Oh my god, of course. Truly pains me the soul to witness so many deaths occur here in Painscreek. Every one of those deaths was a person I knew. Among them, Vivian's death shocked me the most. Really? Not the 20-year-old kid who fell off a roof. Despite what the media said, I will not, even for a moment, believe that Scott killed her. It just doesn't make sense to me. Trisha's death hurt the most. Probably because I spent the last few years mentoring her. Oh, yeah. She was turning into a very promising young woman with her passing. Charles has lost all his family members. He's all alone. Yeah. Dorothy left Painscreek early February, a month after Trisha's funeral. The hospital closed shortly after. Wanda passed away on March 12th. Her cancer had spread too far and too deep. The doctors could not save her. Autumn is approaching. My photography store will be closing by the end of the month. I have many things to say, but there's no one left to confide in. Anyways, I've been thinking about retiring for quite a while now. Maybe the time has come. I guess if you're looking for a killer, somebody saying that somebody's death shocked them in a diary rules them out. Because, you know, that would be some next level misdirection. If they wanted to leave a paper trail. Like, that's not intended for anybody else to read, really. We regret to hear that Father Matthew will not be joining any part of the annual religious gathering event. Oh, he's not feeling well. I assume he has also informed you about this last minute change. That was recorded. I need to sort of like a timeline of everything. Every single date. Oh my god, come on. Alright, let's try this. Nothing. Alright. Time to comb every inch of every road in this town. I assume that whatever it is, I'll probably see it through the grate, but I'm just gonna take those off anyway. I think it said by the big rock. Oh, okay. Scott is gone and Trisha is dead. How did this happen? Oh, is this Derek? We held Trisha's funeral last week. There could have been more people. There should have been more. This village will be barren in a few months to a year. My generation is just moving out, and the old generation is simply dying out. I will also be leaving here soon. Once my mother passes on, once I can't take of her any longer. The night Vivian died, I saw Scott meeting her. I was at a distance from where they were arguing. I couldn't hear the details, but I could tell they were disagreeing. When Scott left and went back to his cabin, I followed him. I watched him through the window till early morning, all the time thinking how we could have drifted so far. That's fucking creepy. How could Trisha choose him over me? Am I not good enough for her? The police questioned me when Scott was suspected of killing Vivian. I know he didn't do it, but I decided not to tell them what I knew. With Scott locked up, I could have a chance to be with Trisha. I didn't expect that this small omission on my part would eventually lead to Scott's death. When Scott died, Trisha ended her life. In a way, I too died that day. I never wished for Scott to die, nor Trisha. I hope they can forgive me. Oh my god, jeez, dude. That's pretty bad. What do we got? What do we got? It's a bear. It's a photo. Derek, Trisha, Scott. 6'2", 87? Best friends forever. Another chess piece. Secret of Painscreek. Secret room above Father's room. Oh man. Underground secret passage. Is that the sewers that we already know about? And this is nothing right here. Okay. 4. I don't know. Let's say they chose the cemetery. I'm not sure I can tell if there's any spots specifically indicated on that tiny little map. Maybe just here by Magdalene. I'm gonna check the playground and the cabin. Where would number 4 be? I mean, the church and this random tree are the only other things that are like colored in. That's right, Henry Johnson was responsible for Magdalene's death. Who wants to bet that Vivian leaned on him for that a little bit, though? Because why would he do that? I can't find any information in my log about tea time or chess. I don't know what the deal with the chess pieces is. Oh no, I'm stuck again. I have to think about some things.